I don't know. Maybe I have to be like this. I don't know if you guys can see me. I don't know if anybody's on. It says is locked. Rotate device back. Let me look on my other phone and let me see. Can you guys see me? Am I like the right direction? Am I even on? Let me see. No, I'm crooked. Hold on. Let me see how I can fix this. Oh, what did I hit? Oh, can you guys see me now? Oh my goodness. I am like you know what I'm gonna do? Let me see if I can fix this. I don't know why I have to look like this. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave it because I don't want to mess it up. I'm not gonna be here on too long. I was at Wendy's. I got my, let me show you. I got my salad and I wanted to come on really quick and say hi. But the way that I have this mount up, it's like, I don't know, because I thought I'd have to turn it the other way, like how YouTube video is. But I don't know what happened. When I did that, it was saying it's locked or something. I don't know. So we're a little off balance, but that's all right. It's the first time going live on this channel, so I'm very excited. How is everybody doing? I wanted to say hi. I have been a busy girl. Yes, I have. It is very beautiful in Jersey. Let me show you. And then I'm going to put my glasses on so I could read the chats. So hi to everybody who came on. But let me tell you, it's like almost 80 degrees. Let me see. Let me go. Where is the weather? Weather. Look, it's 77 out. So it's almost 80 degrees. And I was working the yard a little bit. And then when I come back, I'm going to be trying. I've never used a leaf blower before. And I found that I didn't even know I had a leaf blower. And I seen it was on the back porch, like all the way in the corner. And I'm like, what is this? It had all spider webs. I don't even know if it was there before the fire. I have no idea. But it's not the battery operated kind. It's like the cord, you have to plug in a few cords, so, but I'm going to try that out because it's beautiful out. So if I look a little sweaty, it's been, you know what, let me put I have my cheater glasses on that I got from the dollar store. I don't have my regular glasses, but I want to be able to talk to you guys. This was just like came to mind, like, let me go live. So this was not planned. Oh, I can read. Oh my goodness. It's been nice here in Florida. Oh, 82. See, that's beautiful weather. That is the type of weather that I would have like every day if I could. If the sun was that, not humid. I do not like humid because in Jersey, it's always, the humidity is like always 90% or higher. It's 32 in Washington. Oh no, God, that's freezing. Now tomorrow's going to be nice again. It's going to be like in the 70s and then it's going to start going down. And by Tuesday, it's going to be in the 50s. So I'm like, let me take advantage and do some yard work and figure out how to use a leaf blower. Can you believe almost 48 years old and I've never used a leaf blower before? But it's like, I want to do it. It's like, I don't know. To me, all that type of stuff is fun. I just thought if I like it and it works, I'm going to get one of the battery operated ones, Oh, 79 in Virginia. You never used the leaf? Me either. Listen, I never used anything because I lived in the projects, and then when I was married, my husband did the yard work, and so like this is the first time. And then even before, this guy Juan, he used to be homeless, and anyway, he got into like landscaping, and I used to pay him to do the yard and stuff. So like, when I tell you, like, I never even used, do you know what? Okay, I'm gonna have to tell you guys something. I probably already told you, but I always embarrass myself. I had to look up a YouTube video how to use a weed whacker. I didn't even know you had to restring a weed whacker. And I remember talking to my friend Lisa, and I was like, I don't know why it's not working, because there's no string. Like, I didn't know. So I had to look that up. Like, why does a weed whacker, why is it not working? I mean, I know nothing when it comes to this type of stuff. You're a leaf blower addict. Here's the thing, like, is there a certain way you have to use a leaf blower? Like, do you just turn it on and blow? That does not, if anybody clicked on right now, that does not sound good. You love learning new stuff. Me too. See, it's fun. I would be one of those girls, like, I would be on those big, like, tractor stuff, like all that machinery. Like, I would love it. Now, I wouldn't want to do it every day, and I don't want to do the labor part, but just to play around and do stuff, absolutely. Just turn it on and blow. I could do that. Oh my goodness. Go under the leaves, sort of. Oh, okay, like hold it down. Okay. Do you know what's funny? So my neighbor, now she's been my neighbor since I was like 14 or 15 years old, right? And so her, like, she knew my mom. And so when I moved out of my mom's house, when I moved out for good, I was like 17, and she was raising kids, right? And so then her kids would like do my mom's yard and all that kind of stuff. And now all her kids are married, have kids, they live in different states. And it's just my neighbor. I gotta make sure I don't say her name because I'm live. I can't edit it out. And it's so funny. So like me and her, she has a really big shed. And, you know, I have like a small shed. And like when I first moved into my mom's house with the fire, like we had nothing because everything got thrown out, you know. I mean, I didn't have a rake. I didn't have nothing. I didn't even have like a screwdriver, like nothing. And so anyway, we share stuff, or I'll buy stuff and she'll use it. Like I bought the wheelbarrow and she'll, you know, and that's what we do. And so she got a leaf blower, and I seen her, and I'm like at my back door, and I'm laughing. She doesn't know, well, she'll watch this now. And I am like laughing my ass off. And I seen her, and she was like, there is a trick to this leaf blower. And then I was like, let me see if I have a leaf blower. I don't know. And then like I said, I seen it it was like on the corner. Like when I tell you it was loaded with spider webs, like that's how long it's been on there. And anyway, so she'll get a good laugh at me. Supposed to snow. Holy crap. Isn't that crazy? Like how I hate these glasses. Do you know, this is my ADD. I change subjects. This is like the shape my mom used to wear. And so every time I wear these, it reminds me of my mom. Isn't that weird how like it's nice one day or 1 week and then it's like complete opposite? It's crazy. I have my car running with the air on, so if you hear that, that's the car because it's a little humid and you know I can't take the heat. I don't know what happened to my chat. I don't know what happened. I'm telling you, cracked me up. Well, I'm glad. You guys should see me. I mean, let me just tell you, when I did that one video where like I was cutting branches down and stuff, I edited out so much stuff. Like, oh my God. I mean, I'm literally walking and I trip over my feet. Like, it is a mess. And one day I ought to like keep my bloopers. And then, you know, like how the end of my videos, like I should put like bloopers in. Let me know if you would like that. And I'm telling you, like, oh my God, I'm like, how do I walk and like literally trip over my feet where like I'm falling down? I mean, it's like because I'm so like, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, bloopers. Because I'd love to watch people's bloopers, like, you know, when they're stuttering and all that other kind of stuff. So it's fun, you know, and I'm learning, you know. Great ideas, bloopers. Good. I'm so glad. I will do that. I definitely, when I do my the leaf blower today, I'll film a little bit and like, you know, put it in the next vlog. When I had to do my hedges, so I don't know if I can turn this camera around when I'm live. And I'm at Wendy's, like in the front here is hedges, and so that's what we have to block my other neighbors. And the guy, he had passed away now. His name was Mr. Woods at the time. That's what I knew him as, Mr. Woods, when I was a little girl. And he had separated because where my mom, see, I still talk like my mom's alive. I was going to say where my mom lives. You know, when my mom's house, right, that everything's so close because it's like kind of like city, you know. And so he had put like hedges up. I'm talking about when I was a little kid, you know, when I would visit my grandmom. And that's all I can ever remember is hedges. And now those things are like so high, right? And so I can't reach them. And so like, I'm like literally with this, I bought one of those hedgers, right? A battery operated. And I'm like on a step stool because I can't reach, you know, and then it goes over to the new neighbors now. They moved in about a year ago. And it's like, I don't want to go in their yard, you know. I mean, I'm sure if I ask them, they don't mind, but like, that is something funny. Imagine seeing somebody, because I'm only 5'3¾", but just imagine seeing somebody with a hedger, a dangerous thing with, on a step stool, and I'm still like on my tippy toes. Oh my God, it's a mess, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, that's something my boys get mad at. They do not want me doing that, but I do when they're not home at work because I enjoy doing stuff like that. It helps with my anxiety, you know. Pennsylvania here. I would just go knock on their door and ask if they would mind. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I know they wouldn't mind. I know that, but I want to be respectful and not just go there and do their hedges, you know. They asked me, about maybe 3 months ago, and they asked me like whose hedges it was, because when Mr. Woods passed away, and he passed away, gosh, 10 years ago, like a while ago, and his nephew inherited the house, and then he was renting the house out for so many years, and then he decided to sell it. He moved down to Florida or something like that, and so this is the family that moved in a year ago. Very nice couple. They have a couple chickens, and you know, but like very, very nice. And so she didn't know like whose hedges, because she said she wanted to like cut them down. I'm like, well, they're yours. I mean, I like the hedges, but they're hers. I'm like, if you want to cut them down, because she wants to put a fence up. I'm like, well, you just do, you know, you don't have to ask me. She says, well, do you mind? I'm like, no, not really. Put a fence up. But you know, that was nice. So what I'm saying is they're very nice, very respectable, you know, and that's nice when you get along with your neighbors. And then on the other side is the person I knew since I was like 14 or 15, and you know, like we get excited. She bought a ladder. It has like a 20-foot extender, and she's like all excited, and she's texting me, and I meet her outside, and I go to her porch, and she's like, you want to see my new ladder? The things we get excited. Like I was excited when my wheelbarrow came in. I had to show everybody my new wheelbarrow. Money, glasses, shirts. Great idea. And here and today. Well, do you know, this was just like I said, I had no planning, or I would have like been told you guys like, I'm going to go live. I was just out and about, and then like I know I'm going to work on the yard, and I'm like, you know what? Let me come on. I've never been live on this channel. I'm like, let me come on and say hi, because I enjoy talking to you guys. I really do. So I didn't think anybody would actually come on, because it was such, get it out, man. It was such short notice, you know. Tie-dye with stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay healthy. Oh, I already have that in mind. I really do. Good neighbors are lucky. Yes, it is. And do you know what's weird? So my grandmother, well, actually it was my grandmother's house, and she moved in there in 1979. So I was only 3 years old. And I think I was about maybe 12 or 13 when my mom, my brother moved in with her. And then, you know, I would come over and visit as I was little, you know, because my grandmother was married, and then when her husband died, you know, then my mom moved in and stuff. And so years ago, in the late 70s, early 80s, like everybody there owned their home, because where I live, the town, if you look it up, Millville, it was, you know, well, it speaks for itself, Millville, for their mills and for all the warehouses. And this was a town to come in to work, you know, and a lot of things are shut down now. And now people don't own their home. Well, they own it, but they're like renting it out. So there's like a lot of renters. And so down the street, like where my house is, right? Like most of us own our house, but they're moving. They want to get out of the area. And it's like, some of these I've known for so long, since I was so small, and it's sad, you know. It's like, oh, I'm going to miss them, you know. I never knew you had a brother. I have a brother. Me and my brother are, so my birthday is April 6th. His birthday is April 28th. So we're almost 2 years apart. But me and my brother led two different lives. I got in trouble, hung with the wrong crowd. I dated outside my race. he went a different, I could talk about it now because he's retired. He was, when he turned 18, he became a prison guard, worked corrections, and he retired. I mean, when he was in his 40s, you know, and his wife worked under a judge. And so I think my lifestyle, I mean, he just didn't want anything to do with me. That's the truth. And I think a lot had to do when I started having kids outside my race. But there were times when I was younger and I would speak to him. I'd be like, hey, let's say his name's Carl. His name is not Carl. Hi, Carl. He would look at me and not even speak to me, you know, or he would say, what are you going to stay on welfare your whole life? I mean, I was like 18, 19 years old. This is when I would get food stamps and all that. But he actually disowned my mom as well because my mom had issues. And I think for him, so he married into this Italian family. And when I say Italian family, I mean like every Sunday, the whole family and the grandkids would eat at the table. They would all go to plays together. And his wife, mother and father is still alive and had money, you know. And I think he just took to that. And he just out of sight, out of mind. And it's kind of like you don't miss something you never had. So it's like, I love my brother. I don't want anything to happen to him, but I don't know him as an adult, you know? So, but people will tell me all the time when I say, oh, you know, and I'll say my brother's name. I'm like, oh, that's my brother. And they will say to me, and they worked with him for 20 plus years and say to me, I didn't know he had a sister. Do you know how hurtful that is? Like, he's never, ever met Isaiah. Isaiah's 19. That should tell you. He's never met Isaiah. He's never took any of my kids out, and Tyler will be 28 in November. So that should tell you, right? And I'm just at the point where when my mom died, he never went to her, like, you know, it's like one of those things, you know. Oh, it's a thing popped up. Oh, Brenda B, love all your videos. Wanted to buy you a Wendy Caesar salad. Oh, thank you so much, Brenda. That will buy me 2 salads. Thank you. My brother and I have a relationship or lack of, just like that. Yeah, it's sad, and you know, it's my fault too. Let me just say that because I'm an adult now. My kids are grown. I should reach out to him as well because he might be thinking the same thing, right? I think what it is, I could take these off for a minute. I think what it is, he's never been to the house after my mom's been gone. This Thanksgiving will be 4 years. And no phone calls, no nothing. And this was our childhood home, remember? And I think that's, so it's like, but I have to kind of like, sometimes we have to suck our pride in, you know, and maybe he's feeling the same way. I don't know, but yeah, it goes both ways. But family sometimes just has to go their own way. It's true. But you know, that's my only sibling, right? So sometimes it's like, I think that's why sometimes I would, maybe, not that I was needy, maybe I was needy, but I would clinch on to like friendships and different people because I really don't have a family. I had my mom and my grandmother, but that's basically it. And so when they left, it's like I felt like, and that's why I stayed married so long, because I felt like, well, if he left, then I have nobody. I mean, I have my kids, but I mean, I'm talking about like, you know, they'll always be my kids, you know. I don't talk to them about personal things, you know. So I think maybe that's, I don't know. So it's nice if you do have a relationship with your sibling, you know. But I know it'll have to be me to actually give in. I'm just very hurt, but after a while you gotta like get over that hurt, because I'm always preaching about forgiveness, right? You know, you can't choose your family, and it hurts when family can act like that. It's so true. I just seen one thing. This thing, I don't know, because of the way that I have the phone this way, the chats are in and out, so your message goes. But I just seen something about somebody had their brother's funeral today, but I can't find it. Let me look. I did see the comment. I don't know where it's at, so I'm so sorry. Oh, it was my brother's funeral yesterday. He was 54. Oh, I'm so sorry, Christy. That's so young. I just had my bio brother find me. I'm 47, he's 51. He was adopted, and I'm so glad he found me. Can't wait to meet him. Oh, that is amazing. I am so happy for you. That's amazing. I remember when I had my friend, okay, and she has a lot of sisters and brothers, and I mean they're like seven, eight of them, and this is when I lived in the projects, and we got very, very close, and they were always arguing and different things, and I used to say, you don't know how lucky you are to have family. And she made a comment to me, and I was like, oh, she said, but Ann, when you have a big family, it could be a lot of drama, and it's not always, the grass is not always greener on the other side. And then I thought, like, well, yeah, that's true too, but it is nice to have somebody, you know, that you can share memories with and different things, you know what I mean? Sometimes family isn't just through blood, it's who you yes, that's like Lisa's on here now. I look at her like family. I truly look at her like a sister. I really do. She's never left my side. And let me just tell you, when I was in my grieving process, when my grandmother passed, I felt very guilty because she died in, it's not a nursing home, what do you call that, like a rehab thingy? And my mom was on hospice, and I always I know it sounds so stupid now, but at that time, I always promised my grandmother, I'll always have your back, I'll be here, don't worry about it, and all that. And they gave my grandmother morphine to help her breathing, okay? And because she had emphysema and all this other stuff. And she actually died from kidney disease. She was diabetic. But anyway, she was having issues with that. She was 91, and she's allergic to morphine. And I said to the doctors, she is allergic to morphine. But my mom at the time was overseeing her, and my mom was out of it, you know. And I kept saying, my mom is on hospice. And my mom, they explained to my mother, well, the morphine is to help her breathe. And my mom didn't understand what was going on, and they gave her the okay. And then my grandmother passed away. Now, I don't know what she was dying. She had poison all through her body from the kidney disease, so it could be anything. But so that guilt that I had, and I wasn't there. And I remember when they called me, she was only gone for about 20 minutes, and I raced over there. You know, of course, I stayed there till they came and got her body and all that stuff. And I just felt so guilty, and that was hard on me. And I was probably a bitch, like, because I was so angry. And Lisa never left my side, ever. She would let me cry, be mad. I took things out on her, and she just let me, you know. And it makes me emotional now, but, like, sometimes you don't realize, like, I didn't realize I was like that because, you know, now I look at it like, my God, my grandmother lived. She was 91. She lived a great life. She was blessed, you know. It's little things. And then, I was so mad when my mom passed on Thanksgiving. I was mad at my mother. I mean, she didn't have I was like, why would you leave me on a holiday? Because I was just angry. I wanted to blame her. It was just, I was just not in a good headspace for a few years. Like, if you were on my beauty channel, 2019, 2020, I was so negative on my unboxings. I didn't realize I was in that headspace because nobody told me, you know, like, Ann, maybe you need to see somebody. I didn't know, and I had nobody to talk to, like, family-wise. But Lisa never, ever, ever left my side. And Lisa also talked to my grandmother before, right? You know, and my mom. And the last thing my grandmother said to Lisa, because my grandmother was always quick to tell you, never let a man treat you wrong. Or what did she say, Lisa? Like, you know, it was so funny. Like, she was quick to tell you, like, never put up with the man's stuff. And so, but yeah, so, I mean, I would be devastated, like, you know. People aren't perfect, just be you. If they didn't like you grieving, oh, well, that's so true. But when you're going through that, it's like, now I look at it like, I get it. But at that time, it was like, I don't understand. Why is everybody leaving me? You know? It was more like, you know, a me thing that I had to, oh, that's what she said. Never let a man do you wrong. Yep, that's so true. I mean, she was literally in the hospital, and that she was quick to say that. And my grandmother was very funny. You want to know where I get my perverted mind from? It's from my grandmother. Am I right or wrong, Lisa? My grandmother. I just picture a 90-year-old woman like talking about sex and all this other stuff, just jokingly, you know, but that's where I get it from. Let's see. How can one maintain and strengthen sibling relationships after the age of 60? I don't know, because I'm struggling with, I'm only 47 and I'm struggling. Like, I need to, my thing is pride. And I think that's what a lot of our issues are, is pride. And it's like, that's a lot of our issues, you know, and I think sometimes we need to let our pride down. Not every situation, but a lot of it, you know, and just say, I'm sorry, you know. Ego, that's so true. Yes, yes. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I am. Is it, you know what, I always want to ask you, is it Andrea or Andrea? My sister-in-law is spelled like yours, but it's Andrea. Just hopped in and saw you live. Hi, Jennifer. This wasn't planned. I'm at Wendy's. I didn't eat. I got, of course, my salad. And I don't plan staying on here too long, but I just wanted to come on and say hi. And then I'm going to do some yard work. I got a leaf blower. Well, I had a leaf blower and didn't know, but I got to figure out how to use it. Hey, cinnamon girl. The chat's like, they come and they go. So if I just sit here, it's because I don't see it. And then, oh, like I could do this and go all the way back. I lost my mom on, this is from Anna. I lost my mom on Easter this year, so I completely understand being angry, losing a parent on a holiday. Oh, it's so hard. I truly, like, I blame my mom. Can you believe I was literally mad? I was like, why? Why would you leave? Because you just want somebody to be angry with, you know. I was angry because my mom wasn't fighting anymore. And now that I look at it, you know, it's been a few years, it's like, I don't blame her. She was always in pain. She would just stop breathing, where her face and lips would turn blue. And she had COPD, that's what she passed from. And, well, other things, but mainly that, her lungs. And it was like, I understand you just give up, you know, and I think a lot of it had to do with, this is another thing I held with my brother. A lot of it had to do with, she was very hurt with my brother, you know, disowning her, and just a lot of things. And I get it now, but when you're going through it, you don't understand, you know. Let's see. I don't know how else to tell you I'm having lunch too. Good. It's Andrea. Okay. Okay. Andrea. Am I saying that right? Okay. I have to go back up because I don't know why. Hey, Ann. My middle name is Ann. Hey, Cheryl. Do you know I hated the name Ann? Oh, I hated the name. So Ann is a Jewish name, of course. Now, I follow the Christian religion. But, I guess my father named me, but I always hated that name. I'm like, Ann is so plain, like Ann. Now I'm getting used to it, you know, but I used to always hate that. Let's see. What a surprise. This is hello from Austin, Texas. Oh, I bet you it's probably still warm in Texas, isn't it? I do not like the way, I wonder why, if anybody has a channel and goes live, I don't know why I had to do it like this, because when I have it the other way, like how YouTube is, it has me looking like, look, let me show you. If I do it like this, do you see? So I had to do it like this. It's so weird. I don't know. The show called Anne with an E. I've never seen it, but it reminds me of you. I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh, we have a little troll in here. Palestine, yes, or Israel, no. I don't go live, but other channels say it's a new thing. Oh, okay. So, because I have a mount on, and I raised it up thinking that I had to have the screen like this. Otherwise, I would have had it, you know, I would have fixed it better. But a lot of YouTubers have some type of screen. It's been a hottish and let me just tell you guys, I give you credit. I would die. I shared this story before when I was in either 9th or 10th grade. I think I was going into my 10th grade year, and I was getting in trouble in school. And so my mom moved me down with my uncle. My mom came with me to Georgia, Lawrenceville, Georgia, if you guys know where that's at. He doesn't live there anymore, so I'm okay with telling you. But I remember, I'll never forget this. It was December, Christmas time, and it was like in the 60s. So I'm wearing short sleeve shirt, jeans, and I'm not kidding. People were wearing jackets, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is like springtime weather. And they were looking at me like I was crazy. And then I remember one time it was just like sleeting. It wasn't even sticking to the ground. And they shut everything down. And I was like, oh my God. And then in the summer, I felt like I was going to die. I was like, what in the, I could never, I'm telling you, in Jersey, it's very humid because of the water. We have the beaches and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, we don't get over 100-degree weather, only maybe a few weeks in the summer. Like, it, we get in the 90s and stuff, but not like hot like some states do. And I complain. When it's 85, I'm complaining. I am, like right now, it's 77 and I'm like sweating. Like I would die. I don't know how you guys do it that live in Vegas, California, Arizona. Oh my gosh, I would die. I couldn't live in hot weather at all. Yeah, I would pass out too. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I would probably get on everybody's nerves and say how hot I was like every 5 minutes. I couldn't do it. Can you do more get readies with me on your beauty channel? You are very and normal makeup. I am. I do have that planned to do. I want to start doing like makeup using my beauty box makeup and then other things as well. But I just did one it's Jodi, but I always say it's the white girl in me. I call her Yari G. She came out with a collab with Oprah, and I just did that. But I do plan on doing much more get readies with me and reviews and all that type of stuff. I have I didn't edit it, so I doubt it will be able to go up today. It'll probably go up tomorrow. Like I did like a small PR haul. I don't like doing stuff like that because I don't ever want to look like a show off, or I don't know, but I did get some makeup and I want to test that stuff out and all that kind of stuff. So I am going to be doing that more often. And let's see, I live in South Carolina, and if it sleeps or snows a tiny bit, the whole town shuts down. Really? See, that fascinates me. And I guess, like, like the East Coast, well, we don't get a lot of snow like we used to. I remember as a little girl, and we used to get a lot of northeasterns, and I remember the snow would be up to my hips, literally. And we don't get snow like that anymore, but we do get snow. But isn't that weird how it's like, I don't even remember if it snowed at all last winter. I don't remember. I know we get a lot of storms like hurricanes, but like as far as snow, I can't remember. It's so weird. I'm going to eat a grilled cheese and tomato soup. Oh, that was my grandmother's favorite. I don't like tomatoes too much. But as I'm getting older, I am dealing with tomato. Like I can deal with tomatoes. But my grandmother loved it. She would just take a tomato, and I guess you guys do this too, that like tomatoes, and like cut the tomato, put a little salt on it. She would toast the bread and just eat. I don't know if she put mayonnaise or what, but like she loved that. With tomato soup is what I'm saying when she have a grilled cheese. Like she loved tomato soup. I used to, we're having roast. Oh, I love roast. Oh, you guys are making me hungry. I made meatloaf last night. I made a big thing of meatloaf. We still have some left. I mean, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and like sweet corn. Because, let me know if you guys are like this. When I make my mashed potatoes, I like to mix vegetables in it. Like, not like, I'm saying me separate, when I get my stuff. Like peas. Oh my God, peas and mashed potatoes are amazing. Corn. So when I have mine, I always mix it together and eat it, Love tomatoes with balsamic and olive oil. I don't know. I can deal with tomatoes to an extent now, but I used to hate tomatoes. And isn't that weird too? As you get older, your taste buds change too. You know that? Like, I used to hate sour, anything sour. And my kids, when they were little, they used to say, here, Mom, try this piece of candy. And I'm like, okay. And it would be like those warheads. Oh my God. Now I kind of like a little bit of sour. It's so weird, you know? You love peas with corn and mashed potatoes. I know, isn't that so good? JR, you don't like mashed potatoes? I can't be your friend. I love mashed potatoes. Now Tyler, my oldest, he likes the garlic mashed potatoes. He has to have like garlic in his. I like the plain mashed potatoes with the butter and, you know, but I don't know what it is about mashed potatoes or like baked potatoes or anything like that. I hated sushi, but now I love it. Do you know I've never tried sushi before? Well, I don't eat a lot of seafood. When I love dungeon crabs. Oh my gosh. But I'm like allergic to it, right? I break out in rashes, and not like where I can't breathe, but like I do. I just, so I can't have it. And when I got my allergy test with food, they said I can't eat like certain fish like tilapia and all this other kind of stuff. If I'm saying that right, tilapia. So I don't eat a lot of fish, like seafood stuff, but I would love to try it. Oh, cheesy mashed potatoes. Oh, that's so good too. The cheddar cheese. Oh, you guys are making me hungry. Cheesy mashed potatoes are, yes, they are. You hated tomatoes when I was younger. Now I can't get enough of them. Really? But see, I'm repeating myself. I can deal with tomatoes, but it's not like I love them, you know. I'm allergic to avocado, but I can't think of anything else I won't eat. Do you know, I don't think have I had avocado? Gosh, that's terrible. I don't think I've ever tried an avocado in my life. Roasted potatoes. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. I love roast. Listen, we could talk about food all day long. I'm down with it. That's why I can't lose no weight. Okay, let's see. I'm making zuppa. I don't even know what that is, Rachel. What is that? Like, what's in there? You know, let me tell you about this real quick. I'm not going to stay on here too much longer, but like, I thought this car was going to hit, oh, you can't see. It was going to hit my car. My grandmother, now, my grandma was born in 1927, so do you know, like, older people, they always think, like, you should be eating liver and lima bean soup and all that kind of stuff, right? And so my favorite meat at the time when I was growing up was steak. Oh, I still love steak, but steak, I just loved it. And I remember, so they made liver, and liver smells good when you're cooking it, right? With the onions and all that. And my grandmother used to say it was good for your blood or iron or something like that. Anyway, so I go and I'm like, oh, steak. And I go taste it. And I'm like, oh, I taste it. I'm like spitting it. I'm like, so I thought for a year I didn't eat steak because I thought I didn't like steak anymore until my mom told me the truth. And so, well, that was liver. I could have cussed her out. I said, what do you mean? She says, well, if I told you it was liver, you wouldn't have tried it. So I like stuff like that growing up. Do you guys remember like, oh, the stuff like, I don't know. I was always picky. Like I wouldn't try, like if you told me deer meat for some reason, I just won't try it. My cat wouldn't even eat liver. My grandma used to love liver. Oh my gosh. And it smells good when it's cooking. But I just, You know what's funny? So I told you I've been doing this homemade dog food, right? And I still give them the dog, like regular, like kibble, you know, food, dog food. But I'm making like homemade dog food, right? And I got that chicken gizzard. So I'm using my Instapot, and I did not realize how bad that stunk. So Lexi and Isaiah get off work at 11, right? They work at two different places, but they work 2 to 11. And they get home about 11:30. And both of them was like, why does the house smell like that, right? Because when you're in the middle of cooking, you don't smell it. And Tyler comes from downstairs, and he was like, what is that smell? So 1 o'clock in the morning, we're like opening the windows and the screen doors and all the stuff, lighting candles. So I go take a shower. And as soon as I get out of the shower, now I can smell it. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, that house stunk. I was like, it smelled like chitlins. Has anybody ever cooked chitlins or anything like that? I was like, wow, but the dogs loved it. They loved it. But I'm like, so I looked up like what seasonings can you make with it, like that dogs can eat, and you can use thyme. There was like 3 different ones I don't remember. So next time I make it, I'm gonna add a little bit of something, you know. Or do you know the old school you could put on your stove and put like cinnamon and water? And that's also like a scent that you can put, and it's kind of like a candle, you know. I haven't even been reading what you guys are saying. I'm like steady talking. You know, I'm a talker. How about steak and kidney pie? Oh God, no. Christy, oh my God. Maybe if I didn't know, maybe. Now Lexi will eat anything. Lexi's father's half Jamaican, so they always have that goat meat and all that other kind of stuff. And like Lexi will try anything. You can tell her, even when she was little, she will try. You can tell her it's a cow tongue, I don't know, and she will eat it. Me, I'd rather not know. If you don't tell me, I'll try it, you know. Oh my gosh, my mom used to make it once a week with homemade gravy. It was so gross. Yeah, I will put it in my mouth and go to the bathroom and spit it out. Yes, because that's the time when your mother cooked, you had to sit at that table till that food was done. And if you didn't want to eat it, then you wrap it up, you'd put it in the refrigerator, what have you. And if you were hungry again, you had to get that plate. Like you couldn't get your snack or dessert until you ate your dinner, you know? So it was either you ate what your mother cooked or you don't eat at all. You remember those days? It's not like that no more. My grandparents always ate brains and eggs. Oh, let me tell you, I have to tell you another story too. Is this a Southern thing? You guys have to tell me. When I lived in Georgia for that year, we would go to the restaurants and they would eat, it was squirrel brains, I want to say, and scrambled eggs. Is that a Southern thing, or is that just something that like, and I was like, oh my God. It's so weird, different foods and you know, like different states and stuff. A trick I do is water and vinegar to help getting rid of smell. You know what? That is so true. Vinegar, yes. Thank you, JR. I'll have to do that again. I've been on an Arby's guy real quick. Do you know we only have one Arby's, which is actually right up the street, but it's shut down. I don't know, maybe they don't have enough business. And I don't know what they're making now. So we don't have any Arby's around. My dad would make me sit and eat. Yes. My dad would make me sit and eat cod cakes. Oh, fish cakes. I want to say, who used to eat that in my family? I don't remember that they really liked that. Oh, it's a Southern thing. Okay. Because I was like, squirrel brains and eggs, you know, very Southern. I'm in Tennessee. Okay, yeah. Because like, so you figure I was what, 13 or 14, and it, like I said, it was in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So how old? I'm 47 now. So what, 30 something years ago? I mean, is it still a thing that you guys eat that? I don't know. I remember going down there and I go order a cheesesteak. Because, you know, we're known, like, you know, Philly, I can get to Philly in 40 minutes, you know, but we're, you know, cheesesteaks. And so I order a cheesesteak, and I remember them looking at me. And back then, now we're going back over 30 years ago, it was called a steak and cheese sandwich, because my uncle, you know, my uncle's from Jersey originally, and he was like, it's a steak and cheese. But I remember looking at them. Or when you would go to a restaurant and they would say, do you want a Coke? And I remember I was always a Pepsi drinker, and I'm like, no, I want a Pepsi. And they're like, oh, so you want a Coke, you want Pepsi? And I'm like, no, I want a Pepsi. Like, I didn't realize that everything was a Coke. Or when they would say pop, and I'm like, what the heck is pop? It's just, you know, weird how different areas in the United States, you know. I clean my whole house with vinegar and water with a teaspoon of Dawn. Do you know, that's probably that. See, I use bleach, and I need to stop using it, because see how my hands, do you see how my hands look? I'm allergic to it, and I'm left-handed. And this hand used to be really bad. You guys remember? But it's clearing up, because let's say I'm cleaning the bathtub. I make sure not to have my hand, you know, around that. I know I need to use gloves, but I just feel weird using gloves when I clean. So because I always think like bleach will disinfect, but I'm going to definitely try that. I'm going to write that down. Vinegar and water and a teaspoon of Dawn. I'm going to definitely try that. Did you ever get another deep freezer? Yes. About a week later, random people walking by. I tell you, it's that ADD, like my mind goes. About a week later, my oldest son bought a deep freezer, a black one. It was almost, I think it was, maybe it was the same brand. I don't even remember, to be honest with you. We ordered it from Walmart, I think. I still can't believe he took the damn deep freezer. And I'm a new subscriber. I love you. Oh, thank you, Susie. Susie Q. Fried gizzards and mashed potatoes and gravy is awesome. Oh. How do you make your gizzards? I just put it in the Instapot. Like I said, it's for the dog. Because I've never made it before. Like, what seasons do you use and stuff? My dad used to eat fried blood sausage. Oh, gosh. No. Here's something you guys may not know about me. I don't eat pork. It's a mental thing. I cook it for my children, right? Like I make them pork chops or what have you, or bacon sometimes, what have you. And if I eat a pork chop, like a little piece, I do like it. It's not that I don't like it, it's a head thing, right? And because I'm raised, like it's dirty, like whatever. But if I go in somebody's house and they're cooking pork, I feel like I'm going to throw up. It's like, oh, I immediately like, oh, pig. And I wish I wasn't like that. But I do cook it for my children. But I just, like, so I don't eat like sausage and all that kind of stuff. What is that? Vehicle will be turned off automatically in 54 seconds. Hit reset. Hit OK. Where's the OK button for the reset? I don't know what that means. I've never had that happen. What is the OK button? All right, let me shut the car off and start it up again. That'll help me.
Install now. The screen will turn off and the navigation update will start. Navigation will turn off automatically after.
What in the hell? Hold on. Okay. So I guess you can only keep your car on for so long and then it automatically will shut off. All right, I'm going to stay on here for just a couple more minutes. I'm going to head out because I've been on for 46 minutes already. And I got to go see if there's double Dutch chocolate milk. And because Tyler will be home in about an hour. And then I want to do my leaf blower. I have no life. There's stuff that I get excited for. Pop is a northern word. We just say soda. I don't think I've ever heard, maybe the Northeast. Maybe you're talking about north, because like where I live, like I've never heard anybody say pop. Cowfoot soup, oh God. I meant they must be better from Philly. Let's see. There's no thing like sweet tea. Oh gosh, that's another thing when I was down and lived in Georgia, the sweet tea. Because we're iced tea, right? Now I do like sweet tea, don't get me wrong, but it's just so different. It's like when you're just used to a certain thing. Yeah, sweet tea was a big thing. Like everywhere you would go, they say, do you want a sweet tea? Anything with the carbonation is a Coke. I know, Cheryl. I was so confused. And I was like, no, I want a Pepsi. And they're like, oh, it was just so weird to me. And my uncle's like laughing because, like I said, he's from Jersey. So he knew. And he didn't prepare me. After mad cow's disease, isn't popular anymore. I have no idea what that is. Do you remember that mad cow disease? I remember that Oprah. Oh goodness, Oprah. When she had her show about that. You finally went live. Yes, Lori. I don't know if I'm very far behind in the comments. But yeah. Yes, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm getting ready to get off here in like 1 minute. I just want to catch up on oh Lord, am I behind on these comments? Okay. What I'll do is when the live's over, once I get home, I'm going to replay and I'm going to look at your comments and stuff. Sweet tea, but because of my diabetes, I only use, Do you know what? Like, look, I had my water. I have been doing, because I was diagnosed at the age of 18. and I was a Pepsi drinker. And then I didn't drink as much, but then it's like I had to have juice and all this other kind of stuff. And literally, like, all I drink is water. Now, maybe like once every few days, I'll have like a few sips of juice. I'm going to keep it real. I do something sweet. If I had like a soda, what is it, like a 20 ounce soda, it would take me a whole week. Like, I literally sometimes I just need like a sip or two just to get that withdrawal or craving, I don't know, like out of my system. But I don't drink, I drink nothing but water. I am shocked. Like, I never thought I can like stop drinking soda like that ever, or like juice and stuff. But I love water, you know, now I didn't always like water, you know, but I really do enjoy water. We say soda in Arizona. It seems like the norm here. Yeah. Coke person here. My friend Lisa likes Coke, and I always make fun of her. You know, like joking. All right, I gotta go. Daughters are waiting for me, and I said, okay, yes, I'm gonna get off of here too, because what time is it? It's 3:45 my time here. And yeah, I just wanted to come on for like 20 minutes, but you know I'm a talker, and say hi to you guys. And then I'm gonna figure out this live, and the next time I go live, I'll like tell you a day in advance. Like, I'll have it planned that way, like you guys know, whoever wants to come on can, you know, come on and all that stuff. And then I'll make sure we'll have a topic or something, you know. All right, I'm gonna get off of here. Wish me luck on my leaf blower. Oh god, I'm still laughing. Just point it down and blow. All right, I'll let you know. I'll do a pinned comment how I made out. All right, bye guys.